Welcome back to the newsroom here at France 24. It's time for our international press review in the papers, and Catherine Norris-Trent, she joins me here in the studio. Catherine, where are you going to start us off?
In China, where there's lots of reaction in the press to the deadly bombings in the Zhejiang province yesterday. The South China Morning Post has an article with reactions from people from around China. It says they found people outraged by the attacks. There's a man from the Zhejiang province says he's not afraid, but rather worried these attacks will be used by the Western media to bring shame on China. They've also got an interview with a 20-year-old woman who says she'd noticed security was tight anyway where she lives in the security in the Sichuan province.
Now, in Beijing itself, security was already tight before this event on Monday.
Absolutely, and the South China Morning Post has another article. They're saying that security has been stepped up against people from minority groups like the Uyghur Muslim population from the Zhejiang province and also Tibetans. So they're getting more stopped and searched.
Reaction from France as well?
Oh yes, in the French newspaper Le Figaro, they've got a report about a religious sect in the Gobi Desert, and they say Chinese authorities are very worried that they will destabilise the country, and so they've launched a special Bureau 610 it's called, to survey and control possibly that group.
Another story that we're looking at today is Iran and its continued resistance against the UN Security Council.
Absolutely. Lots of reaction to that in the US and in Iran. In the US, the Washington Post has an article looking ahead, and they've got a gloomy outlook from the American diplomatic point of view, saying they don't think Iran will make any concessions, and pointing out to their readers that Iran has already missed one deadline, that was on Saturday, and saying that the rhetoric there doesn't look good, still strident.
Now, that's the US take on this story. What about the Middle Eastern one?
Yeah, the Saudi London-based paper, the Ashaq al-Awsat, their front page running on this story, and they're conveying very much the message that Iran is not expected to back down. They looked back at all Tehran's declarations to date, including one yesterday that Iran says it now has long-range nuclear weapons, seen as a very threatening tone there. So the rhetoric's gearing up in the Middle Eastern press there.
And in Iran itself?
In Iran, the conservative daily Verfag, they've got an editorial saying what they call is the West strategy, that the West won't negotiate. It's not them, it's the West. And they condemn what they call American hysteria, which has been building up since 9/11, according to them.
All right, so definitely stepping up the rhetoric against the United States.
Absolutely, and also in Verfag, they've actually got unusually story about demonstrations in the US against any possible war in Iran, and that's unusual because Iranian papers don't usually talk about the prospect of any war at all. So even though it's short, it's a change of tack there.
All right, finally to the US campaign trail.
Absolutely. Now, I think you're a fan of country music, aren't you, Marcus?
I'm a big fan of country music.
Well, good news for you. Country star, Nashville legend, according to the UK newspaper The Independent, has written a song for John McCain, Republican hopeful, to boost his campaign efforts. I think we can take a listen.
Let's see if we can hear it. McCain, I hear the lyrics there.
Yeah, it's Raising McCain, and it's got lyrics including dwelling on McCain's time as a prisoner of war in Vietnam. The lyrics, he got shot down in a Vietnam town. So very poetic there.
It's interesting. Let's look at that headline again in The Independent. Country singer.
Oh yeah, because Barack Obama, he's had various songs dedicated to him. Not officially, there was a rap by the rapper Nas.
So the Republicans are striking back.
Yeah,
with
this is a strike back from the McCain team and with the country music.
From the heartland of America,
exactly, going very much with the Midwest vote there.
All right, thanks very much for that, Catherine Norris-Trent. And with that, we're going to play you out from the press review. Stay with us here at France 24. There's much more news coming right up.